Myth busted. Mindfulness is not time consuming. If you're a busy woman and man and wanted to live a mindfulness way of life, then this video is going to be for you. And I'm going to tell you the two important ways how you can be following the mindfulness way of life, still being very busy. So let's get into this video. So as I said you, the mindfulness is all about being in the present. Yes, if you're someone who is identifying yourself with the past, then you will be needing it, right? So everyone would identify ourselves with our roles or with our past things or many of the situations of, or otherwise some situations where we really got wounded, or with some identities we always, okay, hang around with the past just because that gives you identity, right? So being in the present is all about is mindfulness. So how can you practice this mindfulness in day to day life? So the first thing which I'm going to say is action based being mindful. Yes, if you're someone who's starting up to be mindful, so that this mindfulness way of living will help you to dissolve your past wounds, will help you to dissolve the past wounds which really happened due to the relationship or the past patterns which you are finding it in your career or relationship or with the money. So this being mindful will help you to really work on these things. So first thing, as I said you, the action based being mindful is be mindful while you're walking. Yes, as you walk, become mindful with every step. Become mindful with what you are really seeing at that moment, being there in that moment. That's the first thing which you can do it. Even you can be mindful while you're cooking. Just while you're cooking, just be very mindful with the sound created when the vegetables boil, with rice cooks, when the water boils, when the cooker is giving you the sound, being in that moment. Okay, when while you're cutting the vegetables, being there at that moment, listening to the sounds, just being there, being in that moment. So start being in the moment while you're just doing that action, while you're bathing, listening to the sound, and also just being there in the movement of the water through your body. So just being there at that moment, you can just follow this being at the moment while you're doing all these actions. Even while you are just being in the journey, while you're just there in the journey, just see what you can see at that moment outside the window. So just being there at that moment will really help you to dissolve all those past things which has happened in your life. So just being in the moment, if you're someone who is they are with anxiety or depression, being in the moment is something that you are really missing. So start practicing it. Okay, so if you're not able to do it, then if you need any support, I have just given you, shared you my email ID or the messenger. You can just message me there and I'll be there to help you out on this regard also. So as I just said you, the first thing, the second thing which will help you is just being mindful with the thoughts. Yes, always here this mind gives you heap of thoughts. It's just thoughts are just flowing, right? Once you become very mindful with the thoughts, that what's the thought that's coming in, then you will become the mindful about what's the emotions that you are going through, what you're feeling now, what's the emotions that's coming up. And as you just doing it, what you become mindful with the behavior what you are showing up. Okay, so the very thought when somebody tells you can evoke anger in you. So when you're becoming mindful about the thought, you will see that you will become mindful about the emotion that's coming out by the meaning what you're making out of the words which has been spoken by the people. So once when you have become aware of the words, the thoughts, the thoughts created by those words, then you will become aware of the emotions that is just created by it, and by then you will become mindful with the behavior, and you will become, as you just keep practicing it, you will see that you will become so mindful, you will become so aware that you can choose the response what you can give it to that situation. So at this moment, at that moment, will you not be happy enough to choose? When you have the choice in your hand, then is it not being you be very happy with that? Yes. So just start practicing this mindfulness. You will see that your future is not something, the impression that's created by the past, but then it is just becoming your dream life. Because the moment when you become mindful, you will see that this moment is being used by you, not by your mind or not by the impressions of your past. So become mindful and live your dreams. So thank you so much for watching this live till this end. Thank you so much. If you have any doubts, let me know in the comments and I'll be there to help you out to come on the live to resolve it, or just I'll make the video and put it down over here. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you and see you in another video.